Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'd like to thank Sequin first of all for inviting me to be here. It's such a pleasure to be here with all of you, more so because of my background as a national level swimmer and now as a practitioner in the field for sports for development. As you all know, UNESCO is a lead agency for sports and physical education. UNESCO believes that sports is a very powerful vehicle for social inclusion, gender equality, and youth empowerment with benefits that go beyond the stadiums. We all know that by disregarding both geographical boundaries and social differences, sports promote social inclusion and shared values across cultural and political contexts. Sport can also help to build social emotional resilience, critical for navigating our rapidly transforming societies. But COVID-19 has exacerbated interlinked crises related to physical inactivity, mental well-being, social exclusion, and inequality. Indeed, UNESCO data shows that 70% of physical education teachers consider their students' physical and mental health to have worsened during the pandemic. 82% of physical education teachers report classes negatively impacted, with girls and children with disabilities most affected. Despite the known benefits of sports in terms of physical and mental health, education, equality, inclusion, and peace building, 57% of countries invest less than 2% of their national education budgets in physical education. There is clearly an urgent need for both behavioral and systems level change to ensure sports are effectively used as a solution for building back better. To this end, in order to unleash the power of sport as an instrumental tool for achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals, we need to transform our vision of sports in the new context. Fit for Life is UNESCO's new sport-based flagship initiative designed to activate smart investments in sport to tackle rising physical inactivity, mental health issues, social exclusion, and inequalities. The flagship activities connect international, regional, and national stakeholders to accelerate COVID-19 recovery and enhance well-being of all people, beginning with youth. These planned interventions are evidence-based and will support integrated action from development of inclusive sport policies to delivery of sports and UNESCO's physical education curricula in schools and communities. Earlier this year, we jointly worked on a study with Pro Sport Development. Evidence from the data collected by this research with Pro Sport Development suggests that securing sustainable and reliable funding that can enable S4D programs to achieve their long-term goals and outcomes is essential for moving forward. Other key observations from this soon-to-be-released report are that public sector funding into S4D programming in India needs to be scaled up. It is vital that organizations running S4D programs in India align their outcomes and objectives to private sector donors and CSR funding. It is important that organizations are able to use this opportunity to position the important role of sport in achieving public health outcomes in order to scale up funding for S4D towards better health and well-being. The current circumstances provide us with an unprecedented opportunity to overhaul existing state sport policies. To create an inclusive and structured way forward, UNESCO is establishing skills hubs online to encourage people to play, develop sporting skills, and continue virtual social interactions, all within the confines of their homes. We need to use this opportunity for better and become more inclusive to define a new message from sports as a leverage for social inclusion, gender equality, particularly at the grassroots level. Thank you.
थैंक यू फॉर दैट ऐश्वर्या। सबसे पहले तो सीक्विन का धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा, आप लोगों ने बुलाया और एक्चुअली यहाँ पे आके मेरे लिए काफ़ी पर्सनल है। प्रो स्पोर्ट डेवलपमेंट मॉडल सिटी के साथ सबसे पहले से जुड़ा हुआ है और पर्सनली मैं भी जुड़ा हुआ हूँ। तो आज इस मंच पे मॉडल सिटी, सीक्विन और भी जो लीड एप्लीकेंट्स हैं और कोलिशन मेंबर्स को यहाँ देख के बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि कितना 2.5 साल में इसके पीछे काम हुआ है, आज वो दिख रहा है। तो सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और यहाँ तक हम लोग आए हैं और आगे भी जाएंगे। तो छोटा सा आज प्रेजेंटेशन है। लॉरा ने मुझे बोला था थोड़ा सा एक ओवरव्यू देने के लिए स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट क्या है। मेरे ख्याल से काफ़ी लोगों ने इस पे ऑलरेडी इनपुट्स दे रखे हैं, तो मेरा आज काम सिर्फ इसको समराइज करने का है जो सबने कहा है। तो पहले तो बात करेंगे कि हम लोग S4D की बात करते रहते हैं, जो हम स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट बोलते हैं। तो क्या है ये? तो इसको एक डिफाइन करने के लिए हम बेसिकली ये देखेंगे कि खेल को, स्पोर्ट्स को कैसे एक हम इंटेंशनल मैनर से सोशल चेंज और डेवलपमेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं। इसमें एक चीज जो मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि खेल जो है, स्पोर्ट्स जो है, इट्स ए रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी। तो जो भी हमारे सोसाइटी में इश्यूज हैं वो स्पोर्ट्स में भी हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल कल्पना जी ने कहा था कि स्पोर्ट्स डिस्क्रिमिनेट्स स्पेशली अगेंस्ट गर्ल्स। कितने लड़कियों को मौका मिलता है स्पोर्ट्स खेलने का, तो वो मौका बनाना पड़ता है, वो एक खेल को डिजाइन करना पड़ता है ताकि वो मौका मिल सके। तो स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट का एक ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण डेफिनेशन है कि इंटेंशनली डिजाइन होना चाहिए स्पोर्ट्स। और उसमें जैसे कि कहा गया है वहाँ पे एक्सेस, इंक्लूसिविटी, मूल्यों, वैल्यूज को अपहोल्ड करना, इंटेग्रिटी, जो हम सोशल चेंज की बात करते हैं वो इनेबल करना एक इंडिविजुअल व्यक्तिगत लेवल पे और सामाजिक लेवल पे। क्वालिटी एक्सपीरियंस होना चाहिए और एक सेफ स्पेस फिजिकली एंड अदरवाइज एज वेल, जहाँ पे लड़कियां आ सके, लड़के आ सके, एवरीवन कैन कम एंड बेनिफिट फ्रॉम स्पोर्ट। तो अगर हम खेल की बात करेंगे स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट के डेफिनेशन में, तो खेल को हम एक बहुत ही ब्रॉड सेंस में देखेंगे। UN इंटर एजेंसी टास्क फोर्स स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट और पीस ने बड़ी अच्छी तरीके से डिफाइन किया है, ऑल फॉर्म्स ऑफ फिजिकल एक्टिविटी दैट कंट्रीब्यूट टू फिजिकल फिटनेस, मेंटल वेलबींग एंड सोशल इंटरेक्शन। तो आप देखेंगे ये अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड प्ले, हम लोग घरों के बाहर खेलते हैं, गलियों में खेलते हैं, लड़कियों को मौका नहीं मिलता, लेकिन यहाँ से लेके कंपेटिटिव स्पोर्ट तक सब डेफिनेशन आएगा स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट के, जब हम स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट के बारे में चर्चा करेंगे। तो उसमें एक्टिव रिक्रिएशन, फॉर एग्जांपल सिटीज में साइकिल लेन्स बनी हुई हैं, क्या वो सेफ हैं, क्या हम लोग एक्चुअली उस पर जा सकते हैं? हमको हमेशा टैक्सी पकड़नी पड़ती है या रिक्शा पकड़ने पड़ते हैं क्योंकि साइड वॉक पे भी चलने की जगह नहीं है। तो वहाँ से लेके फिजिकल एजुकेशन, जो हम इंडिजिनस गेम्स की बात करते हैं, बहुत अलग अलग स्टेट्स में खुद उनके गेम्स हैं। खो खो सबसे बड़ा एग्जांपल है। कैजुअल स्पोर्ट हो गया और फिर कंपेटिटिव स्पोर्ट। तो जब हम स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट के बारे में बात करेंगे तो स्पोर्ट का एक बहुत ही ब्रॉड डेफिनेशन लेके चलेंगे। तो स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट क्यों एक ये अच्छा डेवलपमेंट टूल है? तो एक तो इसकी बहुत पॉपुलर टूल है खेल। आप सब सोसाइटीज में जाएंगे, सब कंट्रीज में जाएंगे, खेल, प्ले, स्पोर्ट कहीं ना कहीं वो सबके जिंदगी में रहता ही है। तो स्पेशली यंग लोगों के साथ, युवाओं के साथ खेल का जुड़ाव बहुत अच्छा रहता है। इट्स ए गुड टूल फॉर कम्युनिकेशन। तो स्पोर्ट कैन बी लेवरेज। आज आप देखेंगे आपके जो बड़े स्पोर्ट्स ब्रांड्स हैं, एथलीट्स हैं, उनके थ्रू भी सोशल मैसेजिंग पहुंच रही है मासेस को। तो एक अच्छा संचार का एक बहुत अच्छा टूल है। जैसे कि मैंने कहा, ग्लोबल रीच है, एक इंस्पिरेशनल टूल है, मोटिवेशनल टूल है। और खेल एक ऐसा माध्यम है जो कि लोगों को एक साथ इकट्ठा करता है, लोगों को एक साथ लाता है। और खेल बहुत अलग अलग जगहों में, अलग अलग परिस्थितियों में इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है। जैसे हमने सीमापुरी में किया है। सीमापुरी में पहले खेल इतना पॉपुलर नहीं था, बाहर आके नहीं खेल रहे थे। तो एक बहुत अच्छा टूल है जो अलग अलग जगह यूज हो सकता है। इसमें मैं ज्यादा नहीं बोलूंगा। काफी बात जब हम स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट की करते हैं तो एक बात ये निकल के आती है कि क्या ये स्पोर्ट डेवलपमेंट है। तो इसमें बस मेन डिफरेंस ये है कि स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट एक माध्यम है खेल को इस्तेमाल करने के लिए, डेवलपमेंट के लिए, सोशल चेंज के लिए। और जबकि स्पोर्ट डेवलपमेंट एक एंड गोल है कि कैसे हम स्पोर्ट को स्पेशली एक यूथ लेवल पे, एक इनिशियल लेवल पे डेवलप कर सकें। लेकिन इसमें डिफरेंसेस हैं लेकिन हमको ये भी देखना है इसमें क्या सिमिलैरिटीज हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल आज बात हुई है एस्पिरेशंस की, तो अगर कोई स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम चला रहा है, क्या हम लड़कियों को आगे खेल में बढ़ने से मौके नहीं देंगे, तो वो लिंक करने की जरूरत है। और स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट एक ऐसा सेक्टर है जहाँ पे मेरे ख्याल से सबको जुड़ के काम करना पड़ेगा उसको आगे ले जाने के लिए। तो जैसे कि ऐश्वर्या ने कहा, यूएन स्पोर्ट को, खेल को रिकग्नाइज करता है, एक तो एक अपना एक फंडामेंटल राइट की ओर से, ठीक है, और दूसरा ये भी जो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स हैं यूएन के, एक उसका एनेबलर है, उसमें मदद करता है। 10 गोल्स आइडेंटिफाई किए हैं यूनेस्को ने, उसमें से ऑब्वियसली आज का टॉपिक जो है जेंडर इक्वालिटी एक बड़ा मेन गोल है। नेक्स्ट प्लीज। और आखिरी में कैसे हम लोग स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, कैसे हम लोग इसको ऑन ग्राउंड ला सकते हैं। तो फ्यू थिंग्स दैट वी नीड टू डू। एक तो इशू आइडेंटिफाई करना, किस इशू पे काम कर रहे हैं। तो जैसे मॉडल सिटी दिल्ली में हमने काफी 3 मुद्दे आइडेंटिफाई किए हैं, हेल्थ एंड हाइजीन, एजुकेशन एंड सेफ्टी एंड जेंडर इक्वालिटी, ठीक है। हमारी टारगेट ऑडियंस क्या है, किसके साथ हम काम करना चाहते हैं। तो एडोलेसेंट गर्ल, एडोलेसेंट बॉयज, इनके साथ हम लोग मेनली फोकस कर रहे हैं सीमापुरी में। आइडेंटिफाई द स्पोर्ट, काफी बात हो चुकी है। टीम स्पोर्ट हो, इंडिविजुअल स्पोर्ट हो, सिंगल स्पोर्ट हो, मल्टी स्पोर्ट हो, फिजिकल एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम हो, और स्पोर्ट ऐसा, खेल ऐसा चुने विच इज परसीव्ड एज सिर्फ लड़कों या मर्दों के लिए है। जैसे फुटबॉल काफी लोगों ने चूज किया है बिकॉज ये परसेप्शन है कि लड़कियां फुटबॉल नहीं खेल सकती, स्पेशली स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम में। तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा सोचना। ऑब्वियसली लोकेशन कहाँ पे आपको प्रोग्राम करना है, लोकल कॉन्टेक्स्ट बहुत जरूरी है। लोकल इश्यूज क्या है, सीमापुरी में हमने काफी टाइम लिया देखने के लिए कि वहां के लोकल इश्यूज क्या थे, क्योंकि सीमापुरी के लोकल इश्यूज और दक्षिणपुरी के लोकल इश्यूज थोड़े डिफरेंट हो सकते हैं। दूसरा देखना है कि क्या वहां पे स्पोर्टिंग कल्चर है बना हुआ। सीमापुरी में हमने देखा कि बाहर बच्चे खेलने निकलते ही नहीं है, ना तो फैसिलिटीज है ना उनको एक्सेस मिलता है, तो ये भी देखना बहुत जरूरी है। एक पार्टिसिपेटरी अप्रोच लेना, अलग अलग स्टेक होल्डर्स को प्रोग्राम डिजाइन और डिलीवरी में इन्वॉल्व करना। और मॉडल सिटी एक ऐसा एग्जाम्पल है जिसने ये शुरुआत से किया है और अभी करते चल रहा है। लास्ट में देयर इज अ सेशन ऑन दिस ट्रैकिंग चेंज ऑफ स्पोर्ट एज अ डेवलपमेंट टूल। सो बेसिकली अ मॉनिटरिंग, इवैल्यूएशन, लर्निंग फ्रेमवर्क। स्पोर्ट फॉर डेवलपमेंट क्या चेंजेस ला रहा है इंडिविजुअल्स में, कम्युनिटीज में, और कैसे हम इसको ट्रैक कर सकते हैं। तो ये कुछ चीजें एक सक्सेसफुल प्रोग्राम करने के लिए जरूरी है। काफी लोगों ने आज बात की है, मैंने सिर्फ समराइज किया है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much, Aishwarya and Suhail. And I have the toughest job of the last, a presentation before lunch. I hope you all will bear with me, and I hope I can kind of hold your interest till we, break very soon for lunch. तो मेरा टास्क बेसिकली ये है कि हम सीक्वेन जो है हमारी संस्था was set up in 2009 और हम जेंडर इक्वालिटी के ऊपर काम करते हैं। वी सिंसियरली बिलीव कि जब तक कि ना ये जो जेंडर गैप है इसको हम क्लोज कर पाए एज अ कंट्री, वी कांट गो फॉरवर्ड। दैट्स द फ्रेमवर्क विद व्हिच वी वर्क। और we were very concerned about addressing gender-based violence. We were also very concerned about looking at the gender construct of public spaces. ये जो पूरा obstacle है कि women and girls का जो capabilities को जो किस तरीके से वो enhance करेंगे, access कैसे बढ़ाएंगे, उसके obstacles क्या हैं. And we were really looking for an innovative program that we could implement on the ground. And so in 2011 we initiated our work. So we didn't really have the expertise that Suhail you have. We were going pretty much with a gender lens and seeing if we could, do something with sports. So these were the main things that we were hoping to address through our program. Understanding the gender nature of public spaces, how do we normalize the access of women and girls in those spaces and to have equitable access. Also, we were looking at a program which would really build agency of women and girls. Agency मतलब कि जो बहुत आज discuss हुआ है of being able to decide for yourself, to be able to exercise your choice. So that was something we were really looking for an intervention which would address that. And the most fundamental thing of all of challenging gender stereotypes. We kind of didn't have the benefit of that presentation that Suhail just gave us. So we were kind of trying to figure it out as we went along. And so this was pretty much what we were looking at. We could either look at more like a PE framework, physical education, जहाँ पे हम काफी चीजें integrate करके करेंगे, या फिर should we pick one game? And let me tell you कि बहुत discussion हुआ, बहुत brainstorming हुई और बहुत mindfully हमने football को select किया. That doesn't mean that we didn't feel other sports were equally exciting and equally good, but the reasons why we picked football was the following, and now I think a lot of us have spoken about it, and it seems that everyone has had the same approach. We were definitely looking at an outdoor sport, because that really linked to our whole conversation about cleaning public spaces. We were looking at a sport जो बहुत ही clearly gender stereotypes को challenge करे. We were very clear कि we wanted to have a team sport, something which was low cost. We are perpetually broke all the time, looking for some funding to sustain us. So that was a very important concern. And we were also looking at a sport which has potential for growth as a sport itself. थोड़ा सा जो आप कह रहे हो sports for development and sports development, we did want to kind of bring in that linkage to look at which is a sport which could potentially grow for women. So these were some of the reasons why we selected football. So our approach when we started out कि पहला तो inclusive हो, और inclusive का मतलब कि all age groups, we have so many camps जहाँ पे महिलाएं participate करती हैं. So it's across the age group. Yes, there may be a certain age group where we may have targeted interventions, but it's a very inclusive program. The program had to be holistic, because football is an entry point for us. But there are a bunch of other things जो हमें करना ही है to make this really successful towards the kind of goals we are looking at. We wanted to create a model which is scalable, क्योंकि idea हम काफी deeply एक area में काम करते हैं, but the whole idea also is to take it and expand the program. So we're really looking at a scalable model. And again repeating that we were very concerned कि जो हम grassroots में कर रहे हैं, how we link it to pathways of excellence. So these were some of our guiding factors. Next. तो हमारा जो intervention है, they are one the design which we run in the community. अभी हमारा program जामिया में काफी सालों से चल रहा है. We have it in Mewat, and today we've been talking a lot about Seemapuri. We're also trying it out in Alwar. In the community, of course, the step one is mobilization. लड़कियों को कैसे हम identify करें, उनको mobilize करें और उनको लेके आएं. दूसरा है कि space is obviously a very important aspect of this entire intervention. तो grounds कहाँ पे हैं, और ये ground का जो मसला है, ये it's so kind of contextual कि जब हम जामिया में ये program करते हैं तो ground तो लड़कों के लिए भी नहीं है. It's a huge challenge. जब मैं सीमापुरी गई वहाँ पे कहा आपके पास तो काफी सारे grounds हैं in comparison to, but grounds हैं मगर वो accessible नहीं है क्योंकि लड़के खेल रहे हैं. अगर हम मेवात में जाए तो वहाँ पे मतलब खुला फील्ड है, मगर एक लड़की को बाहर आके खेलना है something unthinkable. So ground की shortage तो नहीं है, मगर वो access is the issue. So the whole engagement with the ground is a very important piece. एक बार जब बच्चे आ जाती हैं, then we of course expose them to football. There is football coaching. Alongside, there's a lot which happens in the classroom. बहुत सारे workshops होते हैं उनके साथ. As they move along, we organize grassroots leagues so that they keep playing and they constantly improve their skill sets. Or we also take them for competitive matches outside the space. Next. In order to reach out to more girls, we are very conscious that whatever we do must have, larger impact, needs to be scalable. So the school intervention design is also very much part of our whole initiative. This process where we identify partner schools, we go into those schools on a camp mode. और हम quarterly camps वहाँ पे conduct करते हैं जहाँ पे this activity happening on the ground and this equal amount of engagement in the classroom where we run a series of workshops with them. This kind of leads to the inter-school tournament और ये जो पूरा साल भर का जो intervention है in these schools, like every girl would have pretty much dribbled the ball once, got oriented to football, and that पूरा जो माहौल है स्कूल का वही बदल जाता है. Like we run this program in KGBVs in Mewat, where within 6 months it was so exciting to see these girls just going down the corridor with the football, which was unthinkable, and also all of them coming out and cheering their peers who are playing. So वो पूरा जो स्कूल के अंदर माहौल बनाना is a very exciting kind of intervention, very different from what you're doing in the community. क्योंकि school का ऐसा space है where the girls can actually be themselves. It's a safe space for them. So जैसे कि मेवात में जब हम roll out कर रहे थे, उस type of impact अगर हम community based करते तो maybe हमें नहीं मिलता. मगर अपने school के comfort zone में जब वो खेल रही थी तो they could express themselves in a very different manner. So we have both these interventions. अभी जो हम लड़कियों के साथ कर रहे हैं is not a standalone thing and can't be. It has a few other things which is integrated into the design. So one of the most important partners in the initiative is the mothers group, soccer moms. That's a term used, but actually it is so very much integrated in the way we actually design the program. Mothers play a very important role. We are constantly in touch with them. We try to collectivize them. Mothers groups के साथ बहुत काम होता है. उनको ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है, gender training and leadership training. उसके बाद ये महिलाएं हैं जो वो जाके बाहर अपने स्पेस का ऑडिट करती हैं. क्योंकि if my daughter has to go and play, how am I going to make sure that that's a place where she can play and give that onus onto them? And they really come out as very, very effective advocates for our project intervention areas, because they take the responsibility of going out there, doing the mindset change, creating that enabling environment. Next. The other piece जो बहुत ही important है हमारे programming के लिए वो है boys. And boys are very much a part of our programming. We work with the peer group of the boys. तो अगर community में हो तो उस community के लड़के या school में अगर हो तो लड़कियों के साथ प्रोग्राम हो रहा है, लड़कों के साथ भी we have a parallel thing, or if it's all girls school there could be another boys school in the vicinity. We work with them, we conduct workshops with them. They call the Agents of Change workshops, and in that process हम उनकी capacity build करते हैं. We make them advocates for change. And जो हमारा initiative है उसमें ये unique है कि जो लड़कियां हैं we are focusing on them to build their own capacities. They are not out there to be the enablers. That's not their job. It's our job as a society to ensure that that girl can claim her space. We are duty bound to ensure that enabling environment. Therefore, it's a very conscious decision for us कि जो advocacy का काम है, enabling environment का काम है, is handed to these very important two critical stakeholders, the mothers and the boys in the peer group. So they also go out there and advocate for the girls. And the stakeholder engagement is absolutely vital. I kind of listed out the kind of institutions that we have to engage with, because the whole idea is to create that enabling environment. These are like, if you see the two pictures that I've used are from the Seema Puri project. ऊपर का जो है वहाँ पे That was a part of the campaign that we run, and the police was very much a part of that whole initiative, and they're so excited and enthused about what we're doing there. The picture below is, we just signed up an MOU with the Municipal Corporation of Delhi to adopt the local park. You had heard about that in the morning. So we kind of signed a 3-year MOU, and so we are going to be responsible for the upkeep of the park for the next 3 years. And it is our dream to make it this equality park, like a showcase for a safe space for girls to play. Just want all your input. Any of you, if you have ideas, you can all collectively own that park. And let's make it this wonderful space where, any woman and girl, and our own approach is कि अगर एक छोटी बच्ची safe feel करे, तो फिर pretty much everyone will feel safe. So it's a really equitable space. So this is how we engage with other stakeholders. Next please. So if you look at it, the Sequin model really, is not just about doing football. The central focus of our program is that girl and how she's going to build, and it's kind of fed in with a multiple, set of initiatives which go along with it. And in the classroom sessions, जो हम करते हैं leadership workshops में, it includes sessions on leadership, on health, on careers, on gender sensitivity. These are, we kind of work intensively on this with this whole idea that, once these girls get into the program, they will have outcomes on all those fronts. Next one, please. So, what happens to the girls जो हमारे साथ जुड़ती हैं, और किस लेवल, क्योंकि constantly I get asked कि किस लेवल तक आप लोग उनके साथ engage करते हो. अभी ये ऐसा एक प्रोग्राम है कि, these girls stay with us for always. Like, there is no end line to it. Of course, projects come and grow. But all the girls who are part of this initiative become a part of the family, and they continue to engage. So, just to give you a sense, कि पहले level पे when we have our, we have our football festival or camps, and it's a very inclusive thing where anyone can come and join, and they all have a basic orientation to the game. जो interested हैं और जो जुड़ के रहना चाहते हैं, फिर then they move to the next level of ongoing coaching. सुबह आपने सुना था 1000 kids, girls are actually a part of those training, regular training. सुबह का जो one touch, उसके पहले जो camps और festivals थे, उससे भी ज़्यादा लड़कियाँ हुए होंगे, who may have just tried it out for once, and then they move to this next level of continuous training. Once the training comes to a particular point, तो फिर they are ready. कितना भी हमें खेलना है जाके, we have to play matches, we need some action. So you move to that stage where they start playing competitively, and they get just better and better. And they get so good that then we don't know what to teach them more, because they are teaching us, and we reached that point in our program where all those girls were absolutely fabulous. They were playing and there wasn't too much we could kind of give them. And they came to us and they said, what next? So हमने कहा, let's plan together कि what next, and we then decided that we'll go into the coaching kind of focus and get these girls to become licensed coaches. And so many of these girls जो काफी senior रह चुकी हैं, they are getting into the coaches program. They are helping us to mentor the other girls, and many of them are playing competitively as parts of professional clubs at state level. And from our point of view, हम उनके mentors हैं, उनके साथ जुड़ के रहते हैं. And the whole idea is to give back, क्योंकि हमारा जो पूरा leadership का जो girls leadership का focus है, the whole idea is how you build social responsibility and that commitment that these girls who've been a part of the program then go back and they become the pool of trainers. So हमारा जो pool of trainers is going more and more, and initially when we started we had only 2 or 3 coaches, and now we have them in such large numbers. And if you go around, most of the clubs in Delhi have our Sequin coaches. So it's very exciting, so we have many of them who are actually working at a professional level, and they all are so committed that they take that time out to give back to the community, and they take that onus onto themselves. So apart from that work, which is a very critical piece, is advocacy. You heard in the morning Mr. Praful Patel talking about this entire transformation in that space of women's football, right? 10 साल पहले उन्होंने कहा था कि कोई फोकस ही नहीं था. ये फोकस तो हम सब ने मिलके बनाया है ना. We've been constantly, badgering them. जब भी they plan something for the men, we say, what about the women? When they launched the men's league, we said, okay, very nice, but what about the women's league? So, it's not like they don't want to do it, but they didn't think about it. We used to go, me and Sarah, we would go for these conferences, Tikki mein ho raha, ye wo, wonderful presentations. And then, when the question answer session comes, I get up and say, acha, inme se ladkiyan kitni thi? And they're like, completely shell-shocked because it didn't even occur to them that they would have that disaggregated data. They had no clue. So बहुत ज़रूरी है to do the advocacy and constantly bringing in the gender lens. We've been doing a lot of that through the National Alliance for Women's Football. I think, okay, so the last slide. So how do we measure? And I think in the session after lunch we will be talking about it. We've been trying to measure, so we were talking about measuring outcomes. These are the 5 things that we are mindfully, consciously measuring at Sequent. We do believe that participation in sports has a very direct impact on education. Girls remain in education and they do better. We've actually had one of our girls getting into like top colleges like LSR, and the only thing that they tell us is class 10 mein marks achhe nahi the, 12th mein got better because I started playing and my overall concentration improved. So we have that data with us. Improved health is a no-brainer. We all know mental and physical health के ऊपर क्या impact होता है. Enhanced mobility, जिसके ऊपर बहुत चर्चा हुई है आज. Enhanced decision making, the girls are very confident to be able to know what they want in life. And actually one of the most exciting things which we don't talk about enough is this whole expanded social networks. क्योंकि लड़कियों को ज़्यादा encourage नहीं किया जाता to be able to go out from those few spaces that we define, like school के friends हैं या फिर आपके neighborhood में immediate neighbors के साथ. मगर फुटबॉल के माध्यम से जब when we were tracking our case studies and asking those girls कि अच्छा पहले how many people knew you, and they would say so many, and now once you entered football. And then I remember I was having this chat with Mala and Afreen. They had gone to Rai University and they had set up the women's team there and they were leading, they were winning all the inter-university matches. So they're smiling shyly and saying, we don't know how. Pretty much everyone knows us. I can't tell you in the thousands because they're famous, because they are top-notch players in their university and they're going to play a match somewhere else. वहाँ पे भी उनको पहचानेंगे. So there are all these celebrities who have so many networks, and that entire perspective to life changes when you are able to expand your horizon in such a large manner.